welcome back to another video. This past week been working on the XK140, working on the hinge section on the right hand side here. You can see the all the panels are pretty rusty, not attached to the sill anymore, so we can replace all of these in this video. Also going to show some work on the lower hinge. You can see got some wear in it. Needs a bit of a rebuild, so we'll get into that. Here's the hinge. It's pulled apart. The pin was seized up. The hole was completely worn out. I've welded those holes back up and re-drilled them. Let's put it back together. Here's the hinge. Hole has now been repaired at this point. The arm of the hinge, I fitted a new bushing to it. Had to drill and ream that to a bigger size. Here's the new bushing's just been pressed in. Test of the hinge now. Like I bought one. Beautiful. So here's the A-post front panel, I guess you'd call it. Just made up a whole new one using the old one and a paper pattern as a template. And here it is fitted to the car. Looks pretty good. So all the panels just tech screwed in place, just in a test fit at this stage. Use all the original ones as templates and measured off, obviously. Here's the new bottom hinge back in place where it should be. The top hinge, haven't quite rebuilt that just yet, just replaced the pin just to take the slop out of it. These are the original cage nuts, which have got to be cut out of the scrap there and fitted in here. You can see the holes are already pre-drilled. Here's the those small little brackets and cage nuts, just been removed from the old panel, and we're reusing those in the new one here. That's all been welded off. That's ready to go. Just want to show that you can make some interesting profiles even with just basic tools. I'm using a press here, but you could do this on a bench with a G-clamp. You could maybe do in the vise probably. It's just some offcuts of scrap, just tacked together. About 1mm CA3 sheet steel is what we're used to make all our panels from. Nothing very clever here. I apologise for the camera work. I'm trying to film with one hand and operate the press with the other. So you can make some interesting things just with basic stuff. You haven't got to go too crazy. I tried to remove this from the press and did it in 3 different positions. I didn't show that very well on the film, but I'll take it out. You can see it's not too bad a panel there. It's reasonably crisp. I wasn't very happy with the corners, so I put this on our folding machine and just use it as a bit of a line sharpener, so to speak. So just using our pan brake here. Just literally using the jaws just to press down, tighten those lines up. That's a pretty good panel. There's no marks in it. Looks pretty good. Happy with that. So here's all those panels, all cut to length, all welded off with a spot welder. There was a few places where I couldn't quite get the spot welder arms in, so I've had to do the drill through and MIG process, which we all know. Try not to do too much of that, but sometimes there's just no other way. That's this entire part of the car now pretty much complete. It's looking pretty good. I might just rebuild that top hinge, but that's about it. That's about all the work up to date with the XK140. A quick preview with next week's work. It's a full Capri that has been in the shop for quite some time. It's just got some small jobs left on it. There's a small repair to finish off here. There's some lead loading to go into the roof. The rear panel needs a bit of work. Put a panel bit in there. Hopefully get into that next week. What else we got? Oh, there's some shrinking to do in the lower rear corner here, just behind the arch. Just a few more small jobs, and this car's probably going to be leaving the shop next week. Hopefully I'll try and get some time and do a bit of a review on this car if anyone's interested. Have a good week.